Is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check 20. Attack.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 24, Mahomes, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
This is Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's...
He's got it at the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 69 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
What screen? Mike 40. Here goes 15. Check.
Now it's Hines at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Check Mike, check. Orbit.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big. Right side.
On second and goal, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those divisions. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shift. Motion, bump.
Yellow.
Bump. Scene 6.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Attack.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Exit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You ain't got that.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch.
Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
In your face.
48.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On first down, it's Hines. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Check. 15. That's mine.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Check tight. 54.
Now here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
33.
SOS.
Hey, Riblin.
Wow. Move. Mike 5-4. Watch the roof.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Willie Snead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins now. Left side caught by Diggs. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Second and 5 now. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
First down, Minnesota.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Second and 5 now. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Gun! Motion.
Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. Cousins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at their 48-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Hey, watch that.
They run with Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's now third down and 3.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the Alpha. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. To throw is Cousins. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
John. Hey, no, easy. 2.
24 is the mark.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. First down, here's the run with Cook. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
You got time. You got it. 64. Weak. Check.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, 382, lane 50. Wait, touch.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Let's go.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to loft one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Watch the blast. Watch the blast. Check 37. Check 37.
They run again with Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hines. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Time to go, night. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Listen to me.
Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's got a man, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Receiver.
Mike, 3.
Hey, Alpha.
3.
They run, Cook, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down, Vikings.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Cousins on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey. 4 down.
Last 50.
Check that.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you felt that
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Working out of the gun, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Out. That's the 48.
Check. Watch the flag. Back.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no. Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Cook running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford. It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. And they take a knee.
Cousins on the keeper.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice. Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it? Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for Minnesota, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.